Hello there, this is the Music Makers at the Keyboard, Book 3, Lesson 35. We're going to go down that homework sheet and quick talk about the new items that are on. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the E major scale. Goes hand in hand with the I See the Moon, which we learned last week, in the key of E. I'm going to play the scale. I'm going to make sure I know my four sharps that I'm going to play. Here we go. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay, so just to kind of verify, we're going from E, the natural step up is the F, but we're going to sharpen that. So it's F sharp. Next step will be G, but we're going to sharpen that. So those two are sharps. A and B are naturally. Then the next step is C, but sharp, and D sharp, and E. Remember that T to the Do, always a half a step. That's how we can figure out very quickly our 5/7 chord, which I explained last time too. Right. Make sure you do play also the C and the G and the D major scale. Keep that in your fingers. And then we're going to move right on to the Hungarian Play Tune and the French folk song on page 13 right here. So here we go. I like to quick review and talk about the clues that are given to us here in the Hungarian folk tune. Yep. We are given the C, Do, over here. Okay. That's the C. It's called the treble C. We are used to this C right down here. That's called our middle C. So we talked about that. This is my middle C. This is my treble C. This is where I'm going to put my first finger on that C. So, and we also recognized and made sure we know that if C is a space note, Mi is a space note, and So is a space note, and then we have no trouble singing the song in pitch and also the rhythm. So let's quick sing it in the solfege. Do, mi, so, 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 mi, so. And now here's a step to a line note. That's fa. And then mi. Another step to re. To the line note, re, do. This little symbol right here called tenuto, that means we want to really emphasize that note. Make sure we hold it for 2 beats or a tad longer. And then we also talked about the rhythm. It's in 4 quarters, so we are in duple. Do, de, do, 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 do. Okay, and then we also recognized, we have some articulation here. We got legato ending in a staccato, legato ending in staccato, staccato. So we do want to make sure we do that correctly. I'm going to play it now. Here we go. Do, de, do, 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 do. And then you see the second line is the same as the first line. Moving on to the French folk song. This song is in the bass, so it's only played with the left hand, as I mentioned. So, and I'm going to move this away so it doesn't get confusing. So our home tone here is marked middle C. And I have it here at a staff. So we're thinking about that there is the treble staff could be above that. So this is the C that's right between the 2 staffs. We're in the key of C major, obviously. And we're going to start our song on middle C. This time, though, if we look at the melody where it's going, we're noticing the melody is going down. Here it's going up, but it's always below that middle C, right? Not one note is above middle C. That means we really need to have our fingers all ready to go below middle C. And therefore, I marked the kids' books, or they marked it, to put our first finger on C. This is how it's going to look like. There we go. So we have enough. Okay, so don't get confused. We're still in the key of C, even though it looks like we're playing F major, but we're not. All right, so here we go. Let's quick recognize our rhythm. We're not in duple land, but we're in triple land. So we're speaking in do-da-dee. Can you do it with me, please? Do-da-dee, do-dee, do-da-dee, do. Do-da-dee, do-dee, do-da-dee, do. Do-da-dee, 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 do. Do-da-dee, 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 do. Okay? So we only have 3 beats per measure. There. Sometimes we have 6/8. That means then we have 6 of those 8th notes in one measure. But here we only have 3. It's the same as 6/8. We do do-da-dee, do-da-dee. Great. And then singing, here's your C. So we're singing below. Do, 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 ti, la, so. Fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's like a scale. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. That is the melody. I was going to say something while I was singing. Yes, I remember now. So the last note in the first line is another landmark line. That is an octave below this middle C, and that is called a bass C. So that would be right here on the second line. Okay? That's our bass C. So we can kind of remember those now. We have this new C, that's a treble. This is not new, that's middle. And this is our bass C. Another landmark note. That's good to remember that. All right, I'm going to play it. Here we go. And I'm going to play it right away with staccato and legato. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee. Watch out, I'm crossing under. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee, do. Second line in legato. Do, da, dee, do, da, dee, do. Crossover. Da, dee, do. Just like the C major scale now. Also back. Do, da, dee. Crossing over. Do, da, dee. Go up. Do, da, dee, do. Also noticed, and I do pointed it out right here, do, re, mi, and then gotta go read. We're going back down to re. So there's a step down, re, mi, fa, and then we keep going, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, back to fa, mi, re, do. So it really requires the children's note reading attention. So that is that. Okay, then we have, what else do we have? We have our writing assignment that you will do on page 13. All what it's going to be doing there is writing the rest notes. So we go zig, zag, zig, and then C. So they can do that a couple times and say the little rhyme. Zig, zag, zig, C. Takes care of page 15. And you've got your new e-cards. Yes, and then with that, you are going to get your new duple rhythm double rhythms with rests. So these are the cards. You have 4 cards, not too much. This is really not too, it's very straightforward. Let's do a couple here. Do, day, do. Duta, data, do, day, do. And so with the rest, I'm just pointing. We're just going to have silence there. And then here, do, day, do. Do, do. The rest you can figure out. Moving on to anything else. I'd like you to keep working on Debka Hora on page 11. Billy Billy as a note, as a readings piece. And I see the moon. The 4 chord, amen. All right, so keep working on that. And then there's a list again with assigned pieces. I will talk with each individual of the students about which ones they're choosing for next week. That's it for the week. Have a great one. See you next week.